We are in a rocket. Jesus, Mary Jo. Wow. You keep Mert on his toes. I'm about to jump into this 2023 Land Rover Range Rover SE. This thing is a bad boy. It's huge, and that's good because it's good for me. This is CarVids. My name's Desiree. We're gonna take it around Richmond, maybe a little bit in Vancouver. Not too sure. We only have about an hour or so left in the day, but this is a beauty. Let's go. Oh my gosh, it's kind of fast, eh? It's kind of fast. I don't know if you can see right here, this button, this puppy right here. This is the drive mode. And the drive mode right now is telling me we are in a rocket. Jesus, Mary Jo. Whoa. Oh, wow. Maybe it's been a while that I've driven a V8 because this bad boy is a V8. So my friend Mert and I are out driving the Land Rover Range Rover SE. This is a 2023. Hold your horses, don't get upset. It's not a 2025. Whoa, doesn't matter. This is a beautiful, beautiful vehicle, and we're starting to see a lot of Range Rovers out there in the wild. I mean, it's definitely on TV a ton right now. If you've watched any kind of spy movie or bad guy movie or cop movie set maybe in Europe, you'll see this vehicle, right? Or if you've seen anything where there's a president, or goodness, I think there's even been Land Rovers. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there hasn't, but I'm pretty sure you've seen these in the Marvel movies. So it's a popular vehicle. It looks slick. I mean, she's a bad boy, and she goes as well. This is a 4.4 liter, if I'm correct. And if I'm wrong, I'll put it up on the screen here. But 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 rocking 523 horsepower and 553 foot-pounds of torque. So it's a smooth ride with a lot of oomph behind it, right? You know, whether or not you want to haul anything in this, I don't know, but most people are just hauling their butt in the back because this is a vehicle that oftentimes is used by, you know, VIPs that are getting driven around. Because look, you can have a fridge in the front if you want as an option. You can have a champagne fridge in the back, which a lot of folks are using it for like apple juice for their kids. Yeah, believe it or not. But the point is it's luxury. Not only that, when you get into the vehicle, I mean, you haven't seen my reaction. I was driving the 2025 Sport, Range Rover Sport. I got into that vehicle and I had the same reaction that I had in this one. You just open the door and the premium smell because of the leather. I hope that doesn't gross anybody out there. I'm not trying to gross anybody out. It's amazing. It's not. It's so luxury. It's so premium. Feels amazing to get in the vehicle. And it's such a smooth ride. Big steering wheel up front. Like, I feel this is like you just have a lot of real estate here to place your hand wherever you want, but you're not fighting it. You're not really fighting it that hard. That is, whoa. Did you feel that? I felt it. You definitely know you're driving a V8. It's been a while since I've driven a V8. It just, whoo, oh, damn. It just goes, man. It just goes right away. Like, I feel like I can outperform 5.0, no problem. Not that I would be running from police or anything like that. I'm just saying I feel like I could in this vehicle. Beautiful Richmond. We're gonna stop at the airport, one of my old school favorites to go chill out in. It's during the daytime, so it's not a makeout spot at this moment during the daytime, because I know that it's a nighttime makeout spot, and probably it'd be a good makeup spot for this type of vehicle. But we're gonna go check it out, and we're gonna walk around the vehicle. We'll get on the talk about some of the features that we've noticed, some of the things that we've seen and experienced driving the vehicle, and that potentially you might experience driving the vehicle. Oh my goodness. Well, right now, I think I'm in the wrong mode because it's taking off so quick. I'm probably in a drive mode that I don't need. So right now it's an auto, right? I can pull it up and I can switch out my different sports modes. I pull that out, it brings up my programming along this amazing, there's a cop up there, so I don't want to speed. Yeah, 5.0 hanging out. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's taking a look at us. Go with eco. It feels a lot better on the foot. right away. It's not as powerful. Yeah, so we must have been in sport because it was just taking off super fast. But I mean, that's nice to have that, right? Nice to be able to access that engine. And it's a BMW engine, and I believe, don't quote me on this, although I'm going to say it. If I'm wrong, we'll put a little something on the screen, but I believe it's a BMW built engine, Land Rover tuned. Land Rover's come a long way, in my opinion, for being a luxury vehicle, for being also potentially an amazing family vehicle, and like just functional. I feel like I could drive around somebody in this vehicle. I could do some close protection if I was, maybe doing a car service. This would be a vehicle I'd be thinking about for sure as bringing this into my fleet. If this was a vehicle for me as a family person, if I'm ready to finally get that one family vehicle that's going to take us places, it's going to be this one for sure, because I can still take it out on a date night with my wifey or my significant other, but I can also take it out and hang out with the family and enjoy spending time with the family and doing lots of things. So yeah, it's rugged, definitely. And do people take this thing off-road? From what I hear, 100% people will take this beauty off-road because it's got different sorts of settings that allow you to raise the vehicle, because it's on bags, basically air suspension bags. Am I saying that right? Instead of a normal coil. We're just arriving at the airport. This is like my home. This is like, I grew up partially in Richmond, so coming out here just brings back a lot of memories, and I wanted to come and bring this vehicle here. So first of all, initially looking at the vehicle, as you're in it, before we even get into all the details, looking at all the buttons the screens, because it's basically two screens. You've got your digital cluster, huge digital cluster up front, lots of details on there, but pretty simple, kind of old school kind of layout. Right there, your trip, your gas, your effective gas mileage and so forth. And, here's that hybrid coming into play. And then you have, your huge infotainment up front. This thing is beautiful because you can have different users up front if you wanted to, right? You can sign in, have different accounts. So set it up for, however many drivers are in your family, you can set it up that way. You obviously have easy connect to your phone, wireless connect. Now, I'm not going to necessarily do that for this episode, but you've got your Android and Google connections. And let's see, we've got navigation. That looks like Google Maps directly integrated into the system. So that's awesome. And it's mine. It's actually mine. Is that yours? It's mine. It's yours. So Mert, operating the camera today, already connected his Google Maps. Pretty cool, right? And he's got Udemy too. Make a phone call, all that kind of jazz. And all his phone numbers here. Why is your wife called my burden? She's your burden. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, okay, this is really cool. This is a really cool setting. Let's just talk about this for a minute. When we go driving back to the dealership here. So by the way, this vehicle has been given out to us on loan from Richmond Jaguar Land Rover. They are phenomenal. You've got to just take a day for fun if you're in Richmond and go in and kind of like go up the escalators up into their showroom and check out all the vehicles that are there. They're beautiful. There's a whole bunch of artwork in vehicle form throughout that showroom, and it's massive, right? I think it's like the biggest. I want to say it's like one of the biggest in Canada. So yeah, it's going to make a statement. It's going to be impressive. And certainly if you're in the market for a Jaguar, for a Land Rover, you are going to want to take a look at what they have on the menu, if you will. And the people are great coffee as well. Just saying. So this here is a unique feature. Alex was talking to us a little bit about it, and I tried it out. And it's basically a brake feature. So, right now, auto brake hold. Now, it's in the newer models, it's changed. It actually shows hold on the gauge cluster, because I guess that's a little bit confusing. It makes you feel like you have your parking brake on. I mean, in this case, I do have my parking brake on, but if I was just doing this auto brake hold, it might feel a little bit different. There's also auto stop and start, which is on, or excuse me, that's off right now. And dynamic stability control for the different certain driver modes. Not too sure what that means. You've also got the ride height here, which what I was talking about, and we'll have to show that on the outside to see how it's moving. But essentially, you've got off-road, and that'll lift the vehicle up, which it's doing right now. So it's lifted both. You've got access, so perfect where you need to get down. So it's going to bring us right down to height. And of course you've got normal height, which is pretty much all you need. And you've got your different drive modes. But here's the auto brake hold. Let's try this out. All right, so auto brake hold. Okay, so if I'm gonna do this, I'd have to drive. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go a little bit further, and let's say I'm gonna go. So see how it held? It's on a hold right now. So now I'm gonna go a little forward. I'm gonna put my brake on and see how it held. I can take my foot, I don't know if you can see this, my foot is off the brake. So I don't have to keep my foot on there. It's automatically doing that. The other cool thing about this vehicle, obviously the infotainment system is really cool. I really like how it's kind of on a curve. Like, so it's not exactly flat and flush, which is fine. A lot of vehicles have that. But it's the one vehicle that I've seen where there's a little bit of like an angle to it. So it just feels more intuitive with you driving. Like, I just feel like it's built better for the experience. The other cool part is this whole 360 camera, which is just, I don't know, stupid. You have sound that you can turn on. Maybe. Oh, I sprayed water? Oh, it cleaned the camera. That cleans the camera. That's what I was doing. Anyway, I'm cleaning the camera when I don't think I need to. But let's go. We're in park here right now. I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to look around. So check surroundings. Let's see here. Let me go. Let me just park. Now it's going to give us, it should give us all these different views. 3D. There we go. Here's your 3D. That's what I was talking about. So I'm in park, right? Press this little park button here. Everything's buttons nowadays. This little park button. And because of that, I've got my 3D options, and now I can look around. Like, I can go around the whole vehicle and go to the front. Look at that. And you know the other cool thing? You can see if you're turning or signaling. So I'm going to do my signal right here. You see that? I don't know if you can see the signal going off. Well, I just switched the signal off here on the left. So it's actually giving us like a composite of what that might look like. And it's giving us kind of an image of it. Really unique. I don't know. I've just never seen that before. It feels like you won't run over little kids. Like, I feel like these are the features you need to keep people safe. You can go to different cameras. So I can actually touch the different cameras and get different angles from just touching the cameras around here, right? Go to the back. You see my brake foot light is on. I take it off. Brake foot light's on. Took it on. Took it off. Now, I'm not sure what kind of value that is. Like, I don't know how important that is to have that there, but it is pretty badass. And of course you can see the front or the back. So that's really helpful when we're going to do stuff like, you know, reversing. So if we're going to reverse a little bit, there we go. All right, that works for me. This is kind of a neat feature, I think. Then there's off-road. So this off-road feature is even better because obviously if you are off-road, you want to be able to see things beside you, make sure that you're not coming up against anything, scraping up against anything. But, you know, invariably you are going to scrape up, but this is super helpful. And I could see this being even more helpful if you wanted to take a granular look at like what's happening beside you, right? Look how much view you get when you're backing up or going forward, going into a tight corner. Really awesome. And so we will have to try out the parking system on this. The other cool thing is this: you get to see your axle, you get to see your tires, and see with, you know, if they're locked or unlocked. And that gives you a lot of understanding of what you're doing if you're working off-road. Anyway, we're going to go back to on-road. The other cool thing is all the different settings. We went through that. We have climate control. Everybody has their own climate control in here, right? You have heated and cooled seats. So Mert can get cool or warm. And at the same time, I can get cool or warm. And if I pull this out, it's going to give me the fan, right? And so forth. So I can turn that on to auto, or I can change that to whatever I want it to be. There you go. Close it. And then, yep. There we go. Yeah. Really cool stuff. Just really cool, unique, premium features. You know, I don't even think too much about the fact that it's got this sort of like faux wood paneling along the center console, but it's got faux wood paneling across the center console. And to me, that's something that I've never really been into, but it works really well in this particular unit. And look at that. Isn't that cool? So cool. Like really, really cool, unique features, right? Now, I raved about this on the first video we did because we didn't actually complete that video completely. Why didn't we complete it completely? Number one, it was my bad because Mert's a Sony guy. I'm a Lumix guy, and he was using my Lumix camera, and so he didn't have he bumped one of the settings and it was off. So we were really, really kind of overly exposed. That's my bad. We should be a lot better for this video. However, this is one of the coolest parts about this vehicle. It's this. I don't know if you can see this. I know I'm a big dude. It's this. Look at this. So you can see I can adjust my seat all from my left hand without reaching my hand down beside me. That to me is just a fantastic feature. And to me, that was a game changer. It's a game changer now. So whatever Land Rover you're getting into, the fact that they've created this into the doors, like they put so much control and thought into the doors that give you a lot of functionality right at your fingertips. And to me, that's fantastic. Let's not even talk about the fact that the sunroof here is amazing. Like, it's amazing. It's a huge sunroof. You can roll it back and bring it forward, kind of bring it halfway. So depends on how much sunroof or shade the other person wants in the back. It's fantastic. Yeah. Bye-bye, sun. Bye-bye. Obviously you can one press it and it'll do its own thing, but it's beautiful. If you need to open it up and get some fresh air inside the vehicle, this is a really comfortable unit, not only for yourself, but it's built to be an amazing kind of vehicle for your passengers, right? So it's an experience for them. They're getting that full comfort, full luxury, and you know, you can go out and check things out, explore the world around you, have an awesome night, have an awesome day, go to an interview, go to a business meeting, you know, sign autographs, meet the fans, whatever, take off to that little Hampton that you got hidden away, or you know, go up to a cabin or whatever the case may be, because this can get you there and you're going to do it in style. I'm really impressed with what I've been able to feel in just a short amount of time. And we haven't even turned on the stereo system, like the Meridian speakers that are in here and what they do. We haven't even done that. But let's get out of the vehicle, let's walk around it, and eventually I'll show you the back, as in like, I'll go sit in the back, because I'd like to be driven around once in a while. I think that'd be cool. Are you cool with being driven around? Probably. If you're looking at a Land Rover, that's in the back of your head. You're thinking, my kid's gonna drive me around and I'm gonna sit at the back and come out like Beyonce. Anyway, or like Chris Rock. I'm sure Chris Rock would be just fine driving in a Land Rover. I don't think anybody's got a problem driving in a Land Rover. If you got a problem driving in a Land Rover, you got more problems than problems. You got problems, buddy. Okay. Anyway, this is the Range Rover. Look how amazing she looks. Riding on some 22s here. Other than being, you can get this vehicle in so many different colors, but obviously this one here is a 2023. You can only get this one in this color right now if you want to order something that's different. However, it is riding on some 22s with some bad boy mud and snow Scorpion tires. It's got so much character as a vehicle. It just the look, the sleekness of it. I'm not too sure if for me, if I love this little accent right here, and it's pretty common. I don't know for me if I love it, but I know that it's very distinctive, right? It sets it apart. Definitely, you know, you're riding the bigger option. You're not riding the Sport if you've got that here, I believe. But yeah, the other cool thing, obviously we have shot this in the video before, and we don't need to come up on this just yet, is this. Right? Like if I wanted to lock the vehicle, I need to make sure that I have the keys for me to lock the vehicle outside. Hold on. So it's got proximity, right? That's the cool thing. As you're coming away from the vehicle, you can actually set it so that if you walk away with your keys, the vehicle will lock itself. But ultimately, you've got proximity. You can have the handles flush to the vehicle. It's really cool and looks really awesome when you're driving, but also there's that functionality of having, like, you know, no way to grab everything. If you had to grab something in a pinch, I believe you can press the side here and it'll come out. So you could grab the handle, but I'm pretty sure you're not gonna do that. Why do that? If you've got the keys with you, you can just come up, press this button, and that door thing is gonna open like this. You can also go to the back, press the button, and it's gonna open like this. Looks amazing. I love this color. We're looking at the back of the Range Rover right now, and as you can see, it's got this really cool logo. Like a lot of vehicles, we all talk about how you can get in at the back. Well, you obviously can do that. Most vehicles have this, but you can do this. You can do it with the button, and it'll pop open. Did you see that? Did you see this part right here? Pretty cool. You've got this extra seat here. Now, I'm not gonna go sit on it myself. I'm just saying I'm a little bit big, so I'm not gonna do that. But you do have that extra space that you could, if you needed to. You can work with stuff here in the back. You've got buttons along the sides here to be able to bring the seats down. So if I wanted to bring this right seat down, these here, now a lot of vehicles, a lot of these bigger vehicles, you know, you can press this button and it'll bring the middle seats down for you almost all the way flush, right? And then you can bring it back up, which is cool. So if you needed to have that extra space, you're moving some kind of, I don't know, piece of furniture into your bougie apartments, you could do that in this. It's gonna work for you. I really like the lining. The carpet lining in here is really nice. It feels kind of premium. And I love this. This is really perfect. So you can have extra seats here. From what I understand, it can do a third row, but we don't have that in this particular option. But you have this full rugged mat at the back. Obviously, you do have lights along the side. You do have a little cover, so you can bring that cover here. Look at that. Really flush. Looks really slick. This is kind of cool. Easy to push it back, so you have the ability to get into the back here. Super. Obviously, you've got your one touch. You know, if you needed to walk away from here, you can still close it nice and easy. Oh, that did the first part. Ah, now the second part. Are you in there? No one's in there. That's weird, right? But you have enough space to fit a couple of dead bodies if you need to fit. Not that you would do that, but I mean, if you wanted to, there could be a couple dead bodies in the back and you'd be all right. Although I'd be worried about the cleaning bill and all that kind of other thing, you know, happening, and the smell and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I guess as long as they can fit underneath that tonneau and they were hidden in there, I think it'd be okay. Like, Mert, did you want to see if you would fit in there? He's taking his shoes off. There you go. Mert is, oh yeah, that works pretty good. Hold on. Yeah, I'll close. Oh, no. Mert. Okay. Come on out. I can't get it to open. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Dude, that's awesome, dude. There's enough space for the both of you? Yeah, technically, I guess you could, right? And I mean, if you brought the seats down, you could actually sleep in there.
Yeah, if you want, I can take a video from my phone.
Yeah.
Inside. You want to try it one more time?
Yeah, from inside? Sure, sure. Okay, sure. Everybody's gonna be like, were you guys trying to plan to hide bodies? No, we're not. We're just saying it's the bad guy video. So here we go. Okay. Oh my. Here we go. I'll let him out. Is that pretty good? That's awesome. You have plenty of space. You can have two people. So you basically, guys, you can have two bodies, no problem in the back of this vehicle. It's nice and easy, and you still have enough room for your second passenger seats and the whole 9 yards. You know, the other cool thing that I love about this, I'm sure there's a functional reason for that, other than the fact that there's a camera right at the back. I love that double fin. That makes me feel like a shark, you know what I'm saying? That fin is like, it's just that little bit of extra. Because you know that no one has that. I don't think anybody has that kind of fin just like that. Okay, this is a feature we just found. You know how I was talking about like this button right here and what it does, and I thought it was a light? It's not a light, nah. What it is this. Check it out. See how it went up? Wow. Wow. Okay, here I'm gonna go down now. What? It's going down for you. It's lifting the vehicle. And that's the cool part of having this suspension on bags, my friend, because you can pump this thing up and lift it up and everything, and it's gonna do it for you. And look at that accessibility for somebody who's got something heavy, wants to go up front, who's a little bit heavier like me, wants to sit. I'm not gonna sit at the back. I'm not gonna sit at the back. I'm not gonna do that. No, it's just still so nervous, man. I could just, can this thing hold me? Just, Oh, what? Oh my goodness. Dude. My leg up? Oh, Mert. Just one time. Oh, there's a plane. Look, boss, there's a plane. Gotta take off in a Land Rover, Range Rover SE 2023. Oh my goodness, I'm in heaven. That is so cool, dude. That is so cool. Oh, there's so many. I just want it so bad right now, man. Like, oh. She takes gas. We didn't even talk about the front. We're not gonna pop the trunk. Who cares? You know, you don't need to pop the trunk. You need to pay for the service to have someone else pop the trunk to make sure your car is good at all times. Every 10,000 kilometers, my suggestion is bring it in, make sure you get a proper full oil change. Might be a little bit pricey, but it's gonna be worth it. That's my thoughts anyway. So I'm at the back. I don't have the AC on, so it's getting a little bit warm in here, but you can't see this, but I'm gonna put my hand here. And you think I'm actually gonna pull the window up right here, which I could. I'm not going to. Watch this. Look through me and look over here. Look over here. Watch this. See my hand? And there's no one. Look at that. Yeah. You can open up both sides. That's cool. I've never seen that in a vehicle. That's a cool feature that you can open up both sides. Other cool thing that Mert just told me about, you can manage your sunroof. So you can actually roll the sunroof back. Isn't that cool? That's pretty cool. You get a lot of control. So it really is about making sure that your passengers are getting enjoyment of the vehicle just as you would as a driver. Because usually a lot of vehicles, there's so much control given to the driver. Now that's moved over to the passenger. But guess what? The people in the back, we just got enough power as well. So that means that you can completely separate yourself as a person and human being from the person driving the vehicle. They don't matter to you. You just pay them to drive you around. You know that's what you're thinking right now. That's exactly what you're thinking. But look, maybe if you're not thinking that, you want to treat people with respect, you obviously would tip them a lot of money because they're letting you drive and sit back in this Range Rover and have a good time, maybe have a little bit of champagne in the back. This is an awesome vehicle. I want it. Please, please subscribe to our channel. Please, get on our mailing list. That would be better because we're working on something that's going to be bigger, right? About car people, car community. So definitely do that. Follow myself, Desiree, Mert in the background, Mert Creative. I'm Desiree Kakuvi. We're working on Find You Media and CarVids right now, but you can find us. This is amazing, dude.